Why didn't you pay for this beat?
My bad. What is up, party people? A little tired. My bad. All right, so if you guys wanted to join the conversation, I am. The Discord is open, and I'm there now, talking it up, and so this is what the stream is about. Today, I met Travis. Me and Travis made an observation. It was fun. I enjoyed the conversation we had. If you guys didn't hear it, it's over at Travis's link. You guys can go over there and check out the conversation. I did get video. I made some observations with my phone. But for the most part, I got to see, I got to see what Travis sees. I got to see what we see. Um, when it comes to how clear was it? I thought it was pretty clear. He brought out the infrared. We looked through the infrared for a little bit. Um, it does definitely change things. There were things I was able to see that I didn't expect to see. There were things I saw that made me understand where Travis is coming from. Like I said, it's weird. One of the things that I realized right away is that when Travis is having the conversation of the ether band, right? He's not so much having a conversation with you about what makes that observation happening. He what he's doing is he's literally explaining something the camera can't show you, to be honest. So we were out there. I wish I don't have pictures yet. This is the best you guys are gonna get. So what I did is I went over to Travis's thing, and I'll share that with you guys right now, and I can give you a good idea of what we were looking at least. Okay, here we go. Okay, it'll make sense in a second. I don't really think we need the sound until. So what's going on? Yes, that is me. And yes, I got the exact reaction I was hoping for out of Travis. About an hour after I left, Travis said, "I did not expect you to be black. I thought you would be a white guy." And I told him, "Yes, despite the sexy caramel, I am very white," and he agreed. Sorry, I had to drink some soda. I'm a little famished from the drive. Okay, so just so everyone knows, I was up there. I think I was up there for about 2 hours, about a good 2 hours. Yes, Twit. Travis has an Astor shirt on. Yes, he does. Let me get into the chat. What's up, guys? I know you guys have questions, and I'll go ahead and answer them. I wanted to answer one and two. Don't get it. I don't get answers. Very conflicting answers. Let me see. Yeah, and so cause I was watching Travis's stream, Jose, and I didn't have my phone on me. My phone was in the car, and then the other parts that I have, the footage I have, my girl it's on her phone, and she still has to send all that stuff to me. So I'm gonna be doing another stream with the footage I have, and then once Travis gets his footage, I'll be able to really talk about it a lot more. But yeah, I mean, if you guys have any questions about the meet, let me know. I am 100% watching the chat. I think, what was it? No, nope, Marty. I did not hurt Travis. Me and Travis are good now. Me and Travis are better than good. We're back to where we started. He promised me he would giggles when he comes in. If you guys don't know what that means, it means Travis are good. I do want to wait to talk about the data part of it, because there are things that I can say that I noticed that are different. And we actually, if you guys were listening to his stream, we actually talked about why the height to him isn't that big of a deal. And that's a good question, Manny. And I'm going to give you honest answers. Okay, so what you guys are seeing right now is just is just his iPhone, just looking out over the ocean. You can't see it yet. He'll zoom in at some point. Let me stop the chat so I can still see you guys. Let me get to the part where he zooms in. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so if you guys can see it, I know it's kind of hard. I'll make it so you guys can see exactly what we're looking at. So full picture. Okay, so in the top left of this screen on the horizon, there are three the oil rig things. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I've never got the opportunity to actually see this, so I was actually pretty in awe by the observation we got to see. So those three oil rigs you see in the top left, um, you can see those very well. Matter of fact, let me see something. If I can up the 720. Yeah, see it's on 720, so that's as good as it's gonna get, and it's rated the same one. But like I was saying, those ones are so defined. We could see those ones with our naked eye, like you see right there, but with definition. But you can't see, like the intricate platforms. But you can see what you're looking at. We could actually see the cranes coming off of those towers, though you can't really see them too well in the video. Then over, and this is where Travis explains to me the ether band. So if you could see, I wish she would have panned it too. If we would have set it up better, I would have had my camera facing far to left where the other tankers are, because this is where I now get confused. So we look at those platforms we're looking at now with his P900. Just the regular zoom in, right? And we can see the legs, the stilts. We can see half of them, what I think. We can see parts of them. You can almost tell that with the naked eye, just because they're not that far away. The distance, I don't know. We're gonna do that. We're all gonna do that together, because I can now say exactly where we're from, observer height, the whole nine. But to the left are some other oil rigs that I will show you where they are compared to where we're located at. But here's the thing. The oil rigs to the left, which he says is about the same distance, and I agree. I think it's about the same distance, different direction, but in the same vicinity of distance. And when we looked over at those with the naked eye, they look like they're sitting on the horizon. But then when we look, because it's not as hazy at these three. These are very clear, but the ones to the left are hazy. And what happens is it looks like it's sitting on the horizon. You zoom in with the P900, and it becomes a little bit more defined, but you still can't see much. Brings out the infrared. And looking at the ones to the left that are in the haze, you then look at it, and I see I can see the legs of the oil rig. Now, here's where things get interesting. Here's where it gets interesting. Now, this is where I want to check. I want to check the distance between the oil rigs we were looking at and the oil rigs that you guys are looking at right now. Because if they are within the same distance, I have questions. Because if they are the same distance, I should see the same obstruction effects, I would think. But again, like I said, all I have right now is Travis's live stream footage to show. So let me go back to the chat and see what you guys are saying. Marty Moose says, I bet only started watching Chandri. He was translating the routes. Okay. What's up, Erebus? Let me guess. It's your field of view and a narrowish strip across the water at an unknown distance from the observer. Exactly. And this is what I realized. And I was saying this a little earlier, Erebus, and this is what I think is happening. We are looking at, so for instance, we're looking at this footage of the iPhone, right? And I can tell you right now that his video footage is shittier than our naked eyes can see. Because those towers we're looking at that on the camera right now, we can see with our naked eye the structures, the dark structure, but we can also see the cranes on those on those rigs. He says, "What's up, Gris?" Gris says, "Is that platform A, B, C?" Hill House and Habitat, or probably Gil. Yes, it's the G's. Grace. Okay. I don't remember what he said the names of these three were, but Grace and Gina are to our left, just south of us. I'm going to bring up a map in a second and go through that. I just kind of want to go to the chats first. Those are G platforms. Yeah, those are G platforms and H platform. Okay, so yeah, the platforms we're looking at in Travis's video, the one you guys all are looking at now, is the H platforms. The platforms you can't see yet until I get my footage or he puts his footage, one of the two. The G's are all the way to our left, about the same distance away. About, maybe a little bit further. But we're going to look on, I'm going to pull up Google Maps in a second and kind of try to gauge where we are. Because I know exactly where we are. I know exactly where the camera heights are. I mean, we were 20 feet off the beach. So where you guys are seeing the wave breaks, we're realistically 20 feet above that. Then the camera is about 5 feet above. The camera's at about 5 foot. Yeah, this is about 20 feet high, right? Yeah, exactly, Jose. Where we're standing is 20 feet higher than the ocean. Then add another 5 feet for the camera. No, the camera is the tripod is on asphalt. He's not on sand. We're standing on asphalt. Grizz says you're right where up the coast from yeah, just maybe I'd say 10 minutes north of Ventura, Emma State Beach or whatever it is. We're like 5 miles north of Emma State Beach. I'll show you guys in a second. I'm going to show you exactly where we were. Well, better yet, I know exactly. I can tell you exactly. I know exactly where we're standing. So where the rigs are going to be very easy for me to find now. So I was saying to Erebus, so this is what's happening. And I said it in Travis's streams. Travis is trying to explain to everyone what he sees with his naked eye. Right? So remember how I'm trying to explain to you that I can see when we're standing there right now, looking at this, I see those oil rigs more defined than his iPhone allowed it. Now, we start talking the P900s, it was a lot different. The P900s give you a different view. But that's the problem. Travis is explaining his observation, what he sees when he's looking out at the oil rigs, while we're looking at Travis's observation like this. So when Travis is telling us, I see it may look like obstruction, but I can tell you right now, what you guys are looking at right now, we see legs. We can see the distance between the oil rig and the horizon, and that, the stilts. We can see that gap. Whereas in Travis's video right now, you can't see that for shit. Right now, it looks like we're looking at a curvature situation. But realistically, you see a lot more than this image is giving us. A lot more. So I think what's really happening is Travis is describing his observation while we're all discussing this observation, because this observation is pretty. I mean, to me it looks like curvature, but I can tell you right now that's not what we were looking at. We weren't looking at this image. What I'm looking at right now looks like a distorted image of what my naked eye could see. Okay, what's up, Davros? Davros says, is that the bubble on the telescope? Okay, yes. So when he set up, at one point he set up both his P9. He has 3 P900s. He set up both of them. When he set up both of them, yes, I know the tripod you're staring at has a level on it, a little level bubble that he had to do. And then just to the left of that tripod is another tripod with a P900 on it. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I was jealous. I wanted to take one of his P900s and run. I don't have one. He had 3 of them. I think one of them was on loan though. The one with the infrared. Marty Moose says, "Oh no, Sean met up with Travis and now he's back big." No, I'm not a flat earther. Hell no. But I will say this: the difference in the conversations of what we're discussing, that's the problem. Travis is, like I said on Travis's stream, and I'm saying right now, what we're looking at right now does not give justice to what my eyes were able to see. Then when we looked on with the P900, you see more. Here's the thing: we didn't talk about the part of the oil rigs that were still behind when we looked at it with the P900. I can see what's happening with the bring things into focus with the P900 also. Like I said, and I'll be able to show you this when I get the other images. Because again, those oil platforms are clear to us. If you guys look to the right of the screen, you can see mountains in the haze. Well, those other platforms are in that haze on the other side of us. And I was going to get a telescope. I bought some binoculars, but I wasn't impressed. So I'm going to take them back. I'm probably going to end up getting a telescope with that, though. It was the worst fucking $150 I ever spent on binoculars. I was like, oh, this is gay. Marty, I wanted to get a telescope, but I didn't want to buy a big 5 telescope. I mean, maybe they're decent enough for me. I don't know. But I felt like if I'm going to get a telescope, I want to get a good one. And I mean, I hunted, so it's been a while since I had to get a pair of binoculars. I figured $150 binoculars would be very impressive. I was not impressed at all. I mean, I did a lot of the observation. I did a lot of looking at these platforms with the binoculars, and you see a lot. But again, I need a setup. I need a camera, to tell you the truth. Or these new telescopes you see have the cell phone setups. So at that point, I would definitely use it. So at this point, it's really just making sure I find a good one and know what I'm getting. Erebus says he used autofocus in the camera screen as opposed to the viewfinder and manual focus, right? Okay, so again, what we're looking at right now is his iPhone, but the 2 P900s. Okay, walk me through, because I don't know, but I can say this: when we use the P900 to zoom in and out, I know it happened very fast. It wasn't, or he was doing it himself. Like, he zoom in and he had to keep finding, he'd have to find the right focus to be able to see it correctly, if that makes any sense. I know. I just want to preface it, but with the P900s, I think he was doing the focusing on his own, only because I could hear it, and because I'm looking, when he was doing it, I was looking over his shoulder at the screen. So I can see him zooming in, zooming back out, zooming in, zooming back out. Like, you know, you're trying to find the right focus. I can see him doing that. Let's do this. I'm going to, let's do the figure out where this was. So, like I said, this is Emma State Woods. We were just north of that. Right here. I can actually show you exactly where we were sitting. We were right here. Well, we were right there. I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't know why I'm using this, not my Google Earth. But I'm just going to go to my Google Earth. I don't know why the hell I'm doing this to you guys. Google Earth, you can actually see everything. My apologies. Ask me some questions while I pull this up. Come on, just do it. Sounds like he was using focus presets. Okay, yeah. So like it would be crash. What you're saying is it like it would focus. See, again, Erebus. I don't know cameras that very well, so I'm just telling you what when I'm looking over, I was looking over the back of his shoulder, and when he's zooming into something, when he's zooming into something, I could see it zoom in, zoom back out, zoom back in a little bit, and then it would then focus. It would become focused. I don't know how the camera works, so I don't like. You guys would know better what I just described than I does. The P900 doesn't have a focus ring, and the zoom is yeah, it sounded mechanical. Yeah, yeah. He definitely did not focus it himself with the camera. No, I know that part. I know how that works. No, he did not do that. Okay, yeah. So he used the auto presets. Is that bad or good? It was faster. I know that. I mean, I've had a camera, so I know what you guys are saying with the manual focus. No, he didn't do that. He did not. He didn't twist the the lens, to focus it. He didn't do any of that. No. But I'm going to tell you right now, I've never seen the AR. That was pretty damn fucking cool. That was awesome. I didn't expect it to be that cool. But that was the one that made me kind of go, whoa. Because when we looked over at the G's, the platforms looked like they were sitting on the horizon. But when we looked through it with the infrared, you could see the legs again. That was the crazy part. The second platform, the ones to the left, the G's, the platforms look like, the platforms look like they were sitting on the horizon. But when we looked at it with the infrared, the G's, we could see the legs again. And then, but I also witnessed the hour to hour optics that changed. Okay, so like I said, that's what I wanted to do. Excuse me. That's better for use this. And I was disappointed because when I went there, I was really hoping to see the Anacapa Islands, but there was way too much haze. There was way too much haze out there. Let me go ahead and find where I was. I just lost it. There you go. Okay, so I will show you what I did. I live. We're going to use something else. We're going to use these big lime green ones. Okay, I live here. I drove to... How far up did I go? Santa Barbara. I drove to here. Oxnard. Oxnard, Rincon. Alright, we were in this area. I gotta find it again. I know why. Go. Show me where I was. Alright, so we were, like I said earlier, 5 miles north of there, which put us right about here. I think we're right about in this. Right here. Yep, that's where we were. Perfect. Okay, so like I said, this is where we were sitting at. Where that is 20 feet above the seashore. Easy. That's going to be, and then we were looking Where's that pier? There was a pier. All right, so this pier is a good landmark because actually, my bad. I think we were. I know exactly what I'm gonna do. This is how you figure out where you were before. Take. And so yeah, I was making. We're in this up. Go ahead and move. So this, not where we were. We were here at spot 44. So I'm gonna say we were about. Yep, we were here. The new spot. Perfect. I know we were there because of this. Watch, I'll show you. Because where we were sitting, this pier was very noticeable. How do I know that was noticeable? Because in the footage with Travis is right. Where's the one with Travis? That one go. Hang on, I lost it. Oh, same one. So, at some point you'll be able to see it. At some point, because I know he moved. Perfect, there it is. In this image, you can see right here, this is part of the video. Further to the right of where we were looking is that pier. That's that pier in Google Earth that I was just showing you guys. That's how I know where we were there. So, up there it is, perfect. So we were looking. The three we see primarily on the left side of that on the screen on Travis's is these ones right here. These three. And we're looking at it from an angle that you do see it that way. So let's find out the distance on that. So from first one to where we were is 8 miles. Second one is 8 miles. Or 8.5 miles. Third one from us is 9.5 miles. Okay, so let's look at it again. So we can show you, I can show you which ones these were. So of these three that we're looking at on the far left, the closest one is on the right, the middle one is the middle, and then the furthest one is the one on the left. Again, so that means at 9.72 miles, I can still see detail. The iPhone obviously isn't going to give you the good enough detail. Let me go back to here. Make sure you guys can see it a little bit better. So yeah, the furthest one is 9.24 miles. That was the thin one. Now, when we're talking about the other ones, because this is the one I wanted to see, we were looking. See, this is going to be the hard one because the Ginas. The Ginas aren't here. All right, let me get in the chat and see what you guys are saying. Camera increases the apparent horizon. Having equipment, knowing how to use it are two different entire things. John G. Doxed. I don't care what people know where I live. Was today's location the same as the images as looked at yesterday? No. He was 5 miles north of wherever he was yesterday. He was at the Emma State Beach yesterday. Today we were 5 miles north of that. So look right here. So where this yellow dot is, this one, is where we were today, he was here, Emma Wood State Beach, where this A is, yesterday. Rincon, yes. We were I think we were parked at the Rincon beach parking area, I guess, along the beach. I think is what it is. But yeah, Emma, we were 5 miles north of that. Let me see. See, I don't know where the other. So Anacapa Islands, we couldn't see the Anacapa Islands because it was too hazy. I would guess that those other platforms had to have been in this area somewhere. Would not also like. Hmm. See, I don't know where the Gina and Grace are on this map. Grace says they follow the drop. So you're talking about the drop of this ridge right here? Let me see. I'm not really sure what you're saying, DK. What are you crying about? Again, like I said, this was a definite first. Remember, I don't have a P900. I don't have a camera like that. So again, when I went out there, right off the bat, I realized what Travis is explaining compared to what we're watching when we watch his films. Because again, what we were seeing. Grizz says yes. Okay, so if that's the case, anything along that ridge is at 12 miles. Okay, so I'm going to say average 12 miles to 13 miles away. Grizz, sound good? Because you sound like you know the area pretty well as well. Not sure. So, yeah. But if that's the case, at 13 miles, so again, the conditions were for the 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 ones off the Rincon Island, nor at those pin dots in the ocean I have where the black dots are. Those ones you could see pretty well, and that was at 9 miles. You couldn't see the whole leg, all of the legs, with the naked eye. When we zoomed in, you couldn't see all the legs. How far were the IR pictures? 13 miles. About from if like I said, the ones we did the IR with are Grace and Gina, which are south of where we were and aren't marked on here right now. I don't know exactly where those ones are. I see the ridge line. In fact, I see Grizz. Hang on. So Grizz, I know you're watching, and the lag is going to be doing that. I wish you'd join Discord to make life easy. But let me know if this is what you're talking about along this ridge. I now see a ridge, but I want to make sure that we're talking about the same. So this path, I'm going to make a path. Along that path is what you're talking about. Platform Gina is closest to land and shallowest gale is the deepest at 700 feet. Okay, so if that's the case, then I at least know where my distance is going. So now I can say where we were to the end of that ridge is 9 miles. Yeah. the close. No, it wasn't going to be at the top of that ridge because it was definitely like when we're looking at the H's. I guess is what we're looking at, the top ones. Um, they were to our like we're from where we're sitting, looking at the beach. The the ones in the video are literally to our right, and then the G's we could see three of them. One very far way out in the distance, very difficult to see, and then the two that he kept calling Gina and Grace. We could see them, but there was a lot of haze. Now, Grizz, from where we were I know from where you see that yellow dot pin, I know for a fact that's where we were. Is Gina and Grace the same distance as the H's that we were looking at? Is it right there? Because I can see what you're saying when you say to follow the ridge line. I see the line. I obviously you said that was good. So Montreal, if what me and Grizz are on the same page, the IR took an image of about, I'd say, between 9 and 12 miles. That's a flat, Sean. The ridge from there a little further. Let me know if that's the spot. Have a good one, Twitwit. And for everyone that's like, this is getting slow, I don't mind. I want to kind of make sense of my observation when I was there. Yes, angle of attack. That is me and Travis. We met up earlier today. Right now, we're kind of verifying my observation that I made when I was out there with him. I'm trying to figure out what I was seeing. Perfect. Okay. So 14 miles. Okay. So that would explain what I saw. Yes, with the P1. So because with the so right where it's at now, we were looking at Gina, and those ones we could barely see because of haze, but we could see the platform. When I looked at the platform, it looked like the platform was sitting on the horizon. When we zoomed in with the P900, the regular P900, we still couldn't see extra legs, but it was hazy as fuck. That's when he brought out the P900 with the IR. When we looked through that, I then could see parts of the platform legs. Could I see very much? No. I definitely couldn't see as much as I could see on the other ones. But yeah, so people just kind of got here wondering what I'm talking about. So this is Travis's iPhone looking at the northernmost rigs that we were looking at. The ones that we were just talking about, Gina and Grace, are to our far left out of view of this. Let me see if Travis has footage from earlier in that day showing Grace and the other one. Okay, so again, so you guys can kind of just have a good idea where we are at. Again, you can kind of see straight right in the middle of where my mouse is, right in the middle of the screen. That's that pier. There's like, it's a pier and then there's land at the end of it. It's pretty weird. What's up, Brian Peck? Sean G got the kind of traps that make it hard to heavy wood. Okay, so yeah, so the way Travis's audio worked, his iPhone is what we're or not. I don't know what he's using here. I wasn't here yet. But in the video we were just looking at, what you guys were looking through is Travis's iPhone that was on a tripod, just mounted, sitting there. We were probably 10 feet away from that phone, but Travis had his Bluetooth earpiece in his ear, and that's where the audio was coming from. So I don't know how good the audio was. I probably got a good 45 minutes of our conversation with my phone, just recording in video. And then I had my girl, she was kind of recording for a little bit, but the videos were so large that it's going to take a little while to get them. So hopefully by the time she gets the pics and uploads to me, and then Travis gets his, then we'll be able to compare it, because I have a lot more view of the G's, not the H's, because that's what was intriguing to me. Let me see this video if he has anything else. Looks the other way. And I like to say this. Check this out. Travis has a pretty nice setup. I thought he drove, but I guess he has like this stuff set up from here. But I wish I had one of these. This is a pretty badass setup. I was pretty jealous of this setup. Okay, so again, right now he is looking. You can't see it, I guess. I don't know why you can't. But the oil rigs are out in that direction somewhere. Maybe it's just the camera. Okay, so he's still looking out there. He's looking too far. The rigs to the left. Yeah, see, I don't know if he. I'm not sure what day. This was the same day. This was earlier before I got there. Before I got there. This is the same day. I think this may be the same location, but he's looking to the left now. I'm not sure what he's looking. Like I said, he was there a lot longer than I was before I got there. Okay, so I know from where he's at what we were looking at when I was looking. We could see the Gina and Grace. But that haze you see, that haze played a big factor in what we were being able to see. I was there for 3 hours, and in that 3 hours, periodically I could see more and less of the G's. The other H's, they all kind of stayed the same the whole time I was there. I'm gonna go back to the one. This is the one that I was there for, so I know what we're seeing. Again, those three in the top left, those were the clearest ones the whole time I was there for 3 hours. Let me get back to the chat, see what you guys are saying. What else? Yes, B-Ball, what's up, my friend? Yes, he's wearing a NASA shirt. Yeah, Grizz. But it was weird. So, Grizz, so you know, I'm so happy you know where we are. From when you look at the pier from where we were, and you're looking at the mountains had the fog was rolling in, so it was hazy looking at the mountains north of us. And then when we were looking at Gina and Grace, the haze was over there affecting those. But the H platforms that you see right now, those were in the clear area. Like there was no haze in the middle. Yeah, but yeah, Grizz. You can see it on the right side of the screen. There's a mountain out there you can't see because of the haze. But where, like I said, where the platforms are, there was no haze at those platforms. Those platforms, like I said, we could see better, more detail of those platforms than his phone is showing you right now. So like when if Travis showed you this as his evidence, I can tell you now, what Travis is describing he sees is way better detailed than what you're seeing on the image on the page right now, on the screen right now. What's to the right of the platforms, like in the center of the frame? Oh, okay. It's you can faintly see it, monkey. I believe that it. I think it was another platform, but that platform was so far away, you could barely see it. Even with the naked eye, you could barely see it. But it wasn't a boat. Um, I remember when driving there, about 20 minutes before we got there, is when the ocean breaks from on the freeway. Um, I saw one of the tankers, and those things are massive. Um, I didn't see any boats going any around it when I was out there. Um, so just a lovely day at the beach, or our beautiful spirit. Yep, that's what it was. Travis said so when I got there. Like I said, I've never been to that area. I've never seen any of those platforms before with my naked eye. I've only seen through Travis's stuff. I've never actually been up to the 101 and seen this area. Um, so for me, like I said, I was in awe. I didn't realize what you see when you go out there. Again, uh, Travis told me that what we were looking at was a bad day. What I saw was a great day. But again, like I said, I don't own a camera. I'm not up there all the time. He had been up there for, I think today he said he was up there 11 days, and the previous days he had better shots. Yesterday, and he said the first day was really bad, but he was saying this wasn't a very good day because of that haze. I don't know. Is this going anywhere? DK, no. I guess not for you, buddy. I mean, if you're expecting this to get somewhere, you're still kind of Georging it right now. You're like kind of one of those guys that like complains about flat Earth, but you're still here. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Grizz says yes. There's Ambacapa Island, St. Cruz, Rosa, St. Maya Islands run east to west. Sean, but from which we're in the screen you're seeing right now, the Anacapa Islands are south of us. The mountains on the right of this screen are Rincon, I think, or maybe the San Miguel Island. No, those aren't islands right there. The landmass you see on the right in the screen, those aren't islands. That's part of the landmass. Let me go back to the map real quick, so anyone who's just got here can see exactly where I'm at. Right here. So this is where the observation was at. Right now in the YouTube video we were just watching, we are looking right here, right to this dark spot. The landmass that we were just looking at, though, move this, is this right here, this whole area right here, where Lompoc and these other places are. That's that ridge line you're looking at. But yeah, see Santa Cruz, Santa Rosa, and those islands. I wasn't seeing those. I couldn't see those. Those would have been straight out from us. Uh, DK, calm down, my friend. You're so touchy. Like I said, Chris, you probably know the area a lot better than I do. I know south, but I've never been to this area. And like I said, man, I thought it was a pretty damn clear view of everything. But I guess you would be able to tell in that video as well, if that was actually a clear day. It seemed like one to me, but that's just me. I was just messing with you, DK. There's nothing that's going to come out of this. I just wanted, I mean, it was a pretty big deal to me, at least, that Travis finally met up and we were cool. Travis was a pretty cool dude. He's very passive, I can tell. It was pretty cool. I enjoyed the conversation we had. We drank a beer, and because it was a spur of the moment trip, I actually had to get back to San Diego, so I was only there for a few hours. Yeah, but yeah, I can't wait to get some my pictures and video ready. So, like I said, I wanted to go live so everyone knew because I told people I was going up there, and I didn't go live when I was up there, but I told people I'd go live when I got home to have a conversation about it. What's up, Sean? I see you in the Discord. If you wanted to chime in and talk, everyone could hear you.
I just got here.
What's
Um,
up?
you know, I just saw in the chat that you had met up with Travis, and and I was like, I'm at the Super Bowl party, and I'm like, okay, well, I'll figure it all out later. And then, you were still in here, and I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll hop in for a second.
Yeah. So I just got back. I just wanted to go live to let everyone know that it did happen. I see. In the video we're looking at on YouTube, I could maybe describe to you what I experienced and what Travis explained to me. Because when Travis explained, like, I'm not sure if you heard me earlier, Sean, when I explained what I think the problem was.
No,
Travis,
I didn't.
okay, so if I tried to explain to you what I saw with my eyes, but we were looking at the video on YouTube right now, they wouldn't match. So when we have a conversation with Travis, he's describing what he sees, while we're describing and arguing with what his camera sees.
So basically, he's arguing from his eyes standpoint, and
we're arguing
from the camera.
Yeah.
Okay. So doesn't.
Okay. So put it this way:
is he like basically proving the Earth, with his camera, kind of deal?
I put it this way,
because
I saw what Travis calls Etherband, and everyone's gonna hate me for this. I see his problem. Now, here's the thing: you don't see what I see. Like I said, if you're looking at YouTube right now, and you see those are the platforms we were looking at, but that is not what my naked eye saw. What my naked eye saw does throw question in the air. Here's what I saw, and I'll make it this is what it was. You see the body of water from us to the platforms? In that body of water alone, I saw 4 layers. Whether it's warmer water, colder water, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I've never really. I'm going to be honest. This is my first ocean observation. And then had a camera there to be with it, right? So I saw what I would describe are 4 layers. One layer was just past the shoreline. The one past the shoreline was a very much lighter color. Just past that, a very thicker, a little thicker than a line, but it was dark. Then it was a lighter band, and then right at the horizon, you guys can maybe see it in this what's on the screen now. If you look at the platform and what the horizon is, below that horizon, there's a discoloration between the horizon, a body of area, and then you see a dark line. Those are very prominent with the naked eye, and you see each of these 4 layers that have different coloration and you see this line across the horizon. Those were the only things that I could see that would make me go, okay, I can see why Travis is questioning if the body of water is there to be obstructing, or is it part of a mirage? Right? That makes sense? What's up, Erebus?
Hello, Sean.
Now, I know you probably got a lot of questions.
Not really. I'm just gonna place a little bit like psychic.
Okay.
All right.
Mhm.
As if I'm not gonna say I was there with you, but I'm pretty sure. Given I might pinpoint.
And
One.
there are other things that I'm not sure if he divulged to me just because we're in person, but I know there are a lot. I know at the Chesapeake, a lot of his Chesapeake Bay stuff wasn't done the same way he does it here. What you guys are seeing, the tripod you guys you're seeing in the whole time, he has two of them, and those two, they're all at 5 foot. But I do know because he showed me his third, or his second P900 that he actually owns. That one that he broke.
The blue tripod.
I didn't see the tripod. The one that broke, his actual second one, he showed it to me, but he never used it. So it was never on a tripod. He had his second P900 and then a borrowed P900 on the two tripods. The borrowed P900 had the IR, the infrared stuff one.
So he had 3 P900s going at the same time?
Two. Yeah, he had 3 there, but the third one was his, and he wasn't using that one. That was the one that was the tripod piece broke. And that I know how. And that's what I was going to say, because at the Chesapeake Bay, he said it is where it happened. What he used to do, and he hasn't done it in a while. And this is why, another thing, this is why he doesn't ever do anything at the beach. It's never at the beach. Until he broke his P900, because what he used to do is he used to put his tripod in the water. So,
oh no, the tripod in the water. Yeah, it's not actually in the water. It's at that signpost. That signpost. There's high tide and low tide in and around it.
Mm-hmm.
He does have footage where it's like, it's like up to his ankles, shit like that.
Yes. Well, that's what did it. That high tide, low tide. It washed out a leg, is what he said. He said he moved it, and then the tide washed out a leg, and it dropped. But
so he got hit by a wave then,
something he showed me the peanut, like where the bracket that goes to the tripod screws into the bottom of the camera.
Yeah,
like. It looked like a big chunk of the plastic around that, like that whole thing had been ripped off of it, off the whole camera.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like I said, everything I'm telling you guys and what I'm seeing, like, these are all first-time observations and things I don't know. So you guys are going to fill in the blanks for me if you need to. That's why I figured I hope you guys had a lot of questions, because I'm going to tell you the truth. Like I said, this was my first time seeing something like this. I don't get to see mirages like Jose does. I don't have these oil rigs off my coast like this. And it was a bittersweet thing, because as much as I hate those fucking oil rigs being out there and so close, because I know what they represent, they're beautiful. It was a beautiful fucking sight to see. It's unreal. I was kind of strucken by it. So, like I said, when I made these observations, I thought I would see different. And there were things I saw that confused me. Now, Travis explained the ether band. Now, remember I was telling you about those layers in the body of water? Well,
I'm sure.
Huh?
I'm sure he did exactly what I said he did, in that he said it was your field of vision and your field of view, right?
Mm-hmm.
But obviously only straight ahead, because it apparently doesn't work any other direction. Anyway, the field of view. So that's the ether band, supposedly, because he likes to say it's just another word for air.
Mm.
Well, he's lying when he says that, because he turns around and says, but you see that narrow band there near the where the horizon and the water meet and all that kind of jazz?
Yeah.
That's the actual, and he describes it as a physical object.
Yeah, that's called
into
fog.
it, you go behind it, you dip into it, you fly into it, you sink into it. All of these things.
Okay, but so this is where. Okay, so remember when I just measured to see the distance? Grizz, hopefully you're in the chat. If you could answer me real quick, would you say, you guys could answer, you guys saw where I was Grace and Gina, the ones to our far left in the video we're watching, far, not the ones you see, they're far left of us, the view that you see, would they be the same distance to us as the H's that we're looking at right now?
Hold on, you're saying you're looking at
Right now, we're looking at H's. I think.
Let me go.
Okay.
Let me go to the. Hold on.
Okay, yeah, you're gonna go to YouTube real quick.
Okay, is that from a different position? The one you have on screen on YouTube?
The one on YouTube, a different position of what?
Is that still from the same feed where you were there?
Yes, yeah. I'm there for this.
The ones on the left hand side,
that's
referring. Those are the G's. Those are not the H's.
Those are right off the Rincon Pier, right?
Yeah, I mean they're all of them are clustered together. So you have the G's, and then you'll have a gap further to, I guess, your left would have been habitat. Like further from where you're looking would have been habitat.
Yes, to the left.
Followed
to the left and in the distance, way distance.
Well,
right?
Not in that respect, but yes.
I mean,
it would
they're
have been
further than those three.
The one way in the center frame. That's Hill House.
Oh, okay. That thing I didn't know what it was. That's Hill House. It's okay. So
that little dot, that shiny dot in the distance.
Yes,
that's Hill House, and behind that is A, B, C, and D.
Okay, so
A, B, and C.
So the three we're looking at are still part of the G's.
Yes, those are the G's.
Okay, but then there's to the far left between us and the Anacapa Islands are what?
What do you mean between?
So, see, that's why I feel like
the three on the left hand side.
Yeah. You completely cut out. I didn't hear what you said.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, wait. I know an easier way. I'll share it with you real quick. Hang on. Because I have it up on my Google Earth, where we were and everything. If you have the live link, you'll be able to see it real quick.
What's the live link? Anytime you say live link, I don't know where that's supposed to
Okay, so in the Discord right now, you should see next to my name it say live. If you put your clicker, the mouse on it, it should say join stream, and you'll be able to.
I'm on my phone. That's probably why.
Oh, what do you have? Android, don't you?
Yeah, I'm on my phone.
Yeah. So if you go to YouTube,
I went on YouTube. That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
I went on YouTube.
Okay, well, right now on YouTube, I have the my Google Earth Pro map up. If you're looking at it, you'll see the yellow dot on the coast is where we were, and the three dots are the three dots that you see in the ocean. I'd say the closest one is the three we're looking at. I'm assuming the one behind, the furthest one from where we're located is the H you're talking about. And then I'm telling you, there are two more, there's three to our left that aren't on here.
That doesn't actually physically make sense because from your location, the H's would have been to your right and north, basically.
North of us. Okay, right. Then that's what we're looking at. So the three that you see in the video are to
you
our
can't-
rights.
3. That's on the left.
Oh, that's to the left on the screen. But from where we're
Yes.
located, that's on our right side. The G. That's what I was saying. Because from where we're located, if I'm looking straight west,
He doesn't have his iPhone pointed in the direction his cameras were at.
Nope. His cameras,
Okay.
with his cameras, we looked at both. We looked to the left and we looked to the right.
Okay.
I don't.
Then yes.
Yeah, I don't know what camera of like his actual P900 footage he has on YouTube. I haven't seen any of it. If he does, I'll go look. But I don't know.
I'll have to do some comparisons because something doesn't make sense, and I'll tell you why a little bit later.
Okay. Yeah, but like I said, if I could, the way he made it seem, anything that he did today, you guys have not seen any of the P900 footage yet, because he doesn't. I thought he live streamed from his P900s. He live streams from the iPhone, and then later on shows you the P900 stuff.
Yeah, it would be nice if you did that kind of stuff.
The live stream. If he can live stream with his iPhone, he can live stream with the P900, right?
I have no idea if it has the capabilities. It might. Shit, the cameras nowadays, I think I can live stream from my camcorder I got from like 5 or 6 years ago.
I know Jose's done it before. Or at least tried it before. I don't know if it worked. But I know Jose's tried with his P900.
I think you got to have a good hotspot.
Okay.
Have like a mobile hotspot for the camera.
Okay. So Grizz in the chat says the ones in Travis's video that we were watching on YouTube and the ones on the Google Earth that I have marked are the H's. The G's are south of our location, is what Grizz is saying. But like I said, the iPhone is not looking at what we were talking about the majority of the conversation.
Kind of weird, but okay.
I didn't set it up, dude.
Yeah.
I got there. The iPhone was already set up. From what I've seen on his YouTube, he's been streaming from his iPhone, pointed it in that direction. That's why I said I don't think any of the P900 footage he's put out yet. Because what I was seeing with the P900, I haven't seen yet in that video. Because I'm not sure, because I haven't seen anything. I'm not upset about it, but it would have been cool to see what I was seeing through the camera on his live stream. But at a certain point, I realized, oh, he's live streaming from his iPhone, not his the P900s. So until he uploads that from obviously you guys get that. We don't see what we were looking at in the cameras until he uploads it. I'm pissed off because I wanted to bring an SD card up, so maybe he'd put it in the camera so I could have something to bring home. But I'm pretty sure. I mean, me and Travis are cool now. I'm pretty sure he sent me the pictures. Like I said, I was in awe of what I was seeing more than. I'm not sure if you guys, anyone who heard his stream when we were having the conversation, I made it very clear. Like what I'm seeing doesn't make sense because I've never seen this before. So the conversation is a conversation. Hey, there it was. That was me.
Okay, given the line of sight, you would have seen the G platforms before you would have seen the H's.
We're looking north right now.
Yeah, I know.
In relation to the beach.
I know.
Or northwest. I mean, I'm sorry, northwest.
I know. I'm looking at it right now.
Fuck you, Erebus. I don't know. I can just tell you what direction I'm looking at. That's all I can do. You guys are telling me what it is. No. See, Grizz, now you're fucking up. Because any landmass you see in this video is not an island. There is no islands in this video. I did not see any islands. I thought I did. Because if you look directly north up the shoreline, you see that landmass in haze. If that's
The
all
landmass?
just, huh?
The landmass to the right
Yep.
is Santa Barbara.
Yeah. That's land. That's not island at all. When you're looking at the right and you can see the mountain range coming down, it matches. You see that it's not an island from there. That's why it was very deceiving of where we were, because I couldn't even see the Anacapa Islands at all. And Travis said 2 days ago you could see the Anacapa Islands really well from where he was at. Again, we're not looking in the direction of the Anacapa Islands right now. Like I said, I have video in all directions. I just haven't got them uploaded yet, so I can't even show those yet. So I'm gonna do tomorrow. I'm gonna do a stream. I don't think I'm working tomorrow. I got rumors of rain. If I don't, I'm gonna do another stream, and it's gonna be the detailed aspect of this stuff. So it'll be a lot better. Yeah, what's up, Dreads? Yeah, over on Discord. The link to the bunker is where I live stream from, just so you know, and I can get you verified if you want to come on in. Yeah, what's up, Dreads? Much respect, my friend. What's up, family? Grizz says, wait, northwest? Okay. Yep, you're right, Sean. Yeah, we're looking, right now, we are looking northwest in relation to the beach. And it's
right. Those aren't the G platforms.
Yeah, I was very confused. The only way I know, there's only two of the platforms I know are what, and that was Grace and
you're looking at, it's Henry, Hochin, and Hogan.
Probably, because those ones, he didn't say names for these, but there were three to the left of us that were in the distance that were harder to see because of the haze, but he knew the names for those. Gina and Grace. Okay. He said Gina and Grace so many times, looking to the left of where we're at looking.
Yeah, he forgets about there's four. It's Gina, Grace, Gilda, and Gail.
I think we could see three of those. One was very hard to see in the distance, but two of them were pretty good with haze.
One roughly. The ones you would have probably seen the three. You might have seen two of them, not three of them, because I know Gail is closer to the Anacapa Islands.
Okay, but that one you could see in the distance, and it was very hazy. You could barely see the outline. Then there were two more where were in the haze, but you could see them a lot better. Again, tomorrow I'll have the pictures, but what we're looking at doesn't show anything to the left, and we talked a lot about what was on the left. The infrared imaging that we did, that was to the stuff to the left. Yeah,
I sent you an image of the of where the platforms are.
Okay, I'm looking at it right now.
Roughly where you are.
Okay, so we were. Okay, so we would probably be where Hogan is, maybe? Is that where we would be? I don't see where we would have been standing at.
Here, let me real quick. I'll do a screenshot and you can kind of understand.
Okay. Yeah, cause I see what you're saying, and I see where Gina and them are, but I can't tell on your map in relation to where I would be. Let's show that on YouTube so everyone can see what I'm talking about.
It's one of those things you just think about, like turning the map, like rotate it 90 degrees, and it kind of helps your brain connect the dots. But
okay, I see. And so what you're saying, what we were looking at in the video is Henry, Hilltop, and no? Or is it Hogan?
Hochin, and or Houchin, however you want to pronounce that shit.
in Henry.
and also Henry. Or is that?
Yeah, it looks weird. It's like Habitat kind of sits on something of its own, but CB sits over it. Yeah, because that would be the 3 in a row. But no, because I see what you're saying. Because what we're looking at now compared to what I could see is deceiving. Because when we look at the Google Earth map, I have 3 spots, and that is a pretty good depiction of the areas of the groups. But in each one of those 3 dots that I have on Google Earth, I'll show those right now to everyone so they know what I'm talking about. Each one of those 3 dots on the Google Earth, I know I'm kind of pissing people off because I'm not even showing it right now. There we go. Okay, so the 3 dots in the ocean represent what, guys? 9 to 10 platforms. The ones that I have 3 dots out in the ocean on the Google Earth, but those represent a cluster of them out there. And in the video, we're only looking at one cluster, and the ones on the backside you can't see. That's what I realized. So, and then the ones that are off camera that we're talking about, but we can't see, are down in this no man's land where there are no dark spots. They're not marked. Gina and Grace are not marked on this map is the problem. What's up, Hannah? Yeah, if you guys have questions about it, make sure to tag me because I can see the tags real easy.
Yeah, so in other words, you could have been, did he turn his camera south at all?
To Gina? There? To yeah. We looked at those with the P900, the regular one, and then the one with the infrared. We looked at it with both.
Yeah, so you may have been able to, I mean, in theory, depending on where you were at on the other map.
Does this make sense?
Seeing the islands as well.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Okay, so when we use the infrared, we were able to see the platform definitely a lot better, but then also the legs of the platform, which you couldn't see with the P900, the regular P900, because of the haze. So the infrared, I get it, looked through the haze, and that's how we were able to see it. Yes, it was less legs than the H's were showing us. That's why the distance mattered to me. If they're 14 miles away, then yeah, you're going to see a little bit less legs. Okay, now I get it. Again, I got to wait till Travis puts those pictures out because it was on his camera. I at the very best, I at least know, hey Travis, can you show or can you send me these pictures? Because I know what pictures he took because I was there when he was. I know he has infrared. I know he has regular P900s of H's and the G's on different days. So it's all about those. I have pictures. My pictures aren't going to be damning about nothing. They're all on iPhone. But it will give you a better idea of what we were actually looking at and seeing. Because the crazy part is with my iPhone, you could see the bands that I'm trying to, or the layers in the ocean that I'm telling you about. That is what's troubling Travis. Here's the thing. When I'm going to go back to Travis's footage. Okay, so like I said, in Travis's footage that we're looking at, the 3 platforms that we do see are in what I would consider much clearer skies. The platforms to our south, the G's, are sitting in a haze, right? So what Travis is questioning is that if the platforms we're looking at right now, with the naked eye, we can see the body of the platform and he can see we can see the legs of the platform with no detail. We could see the cranes on the tops of those platforms with the naked eye, right? And then we look south, and at 14 miles compared to the 9 miles, what we're looking at is something completely different. We use the infrared, and we then see the platform and legs. Not as much legs as these ones we see here, but we do see legs that you didn't see with the naked eye. What Travis is saying in Etherband is here's what it is. He'll take pictures 3 days. He'll show you 3 different pictures from 3 different days. In every one of those pictures, we argue that it's curvature. But the thing is, to him, is that from the location he's at on different days, he's getting those same effects, and he's trying to say, how is that curvature if it's different on different days? I don't understand get how to answer it, but again, looking at it with my naked eye, I was able to see what he was describing when he talks about the ether band. And the only way to even explain that would be if he was able to show you a picture of this, what you're looking at now, in the platforms south of us, in the haze, at the same time. Because then you would see where he's thinking there should be a defined curvature distance. I see what he's saying. I don't agree. But yeah, it's a situation of it's.
Well, I mean, regardless of that, he has to take into account that 27 miles away is going to be completely different weather.
Mm-hmm.
In between an island and a landmass, you have other rigs, and then up just with a larger landmass with no islands around it, you're going to get different effects. Like especially morning or something like that, the atmosphere over there is going to be different than it is between the 2 sets of rigs.
Okay, and so with that being said, here is the other thing. Rumpus, hey, guys, give me half of a second, okay? Half a second. I have to lower the hounds in the background. Okay, so here's a problem that me and Travis talked about that I 100% agree with him now. Rumpus and the majority, I'd say George has done it to him. But okay, so see the observation we're looking at, and Sean, this is exactly what you were just saying when it comes to temperatures. For Travis to be able to explain what's happening, or for anyone to explain what's happening in his observations, they would literally need more data than Travis himself could accumulate there. That makes sense?
Well, yeah, unless he set up a weather station,
yes, okay,
or something in one area, or he could actually get weather data from the oil rig.
Yep. Well, we looked at it and thought tanked it, and we were saying we would probably you would need 2 or 3 different locations on the coast, and someone to be your mark out in the ocean in a boat.
Yeah, you could probably do that. You could probably set that up.
The thing is, and I told Travis, we'll plan it better, and I'm willing to get a boat. I didn't know I could out there. He said he saw a boat out there he could probably charter, and so we're going to try to plan it out better next time. But that's the other problem. If we're going to make these observations, we need someone that is the reference point out in the ocean. And he said that, if we rented a boat, we can actually get pretty close to those the platforms. So it'd be better to know distance and what's being seen on both sides.
They do diving expeditions over on them.
Oh.
Like
damn.
They actually, yeah. You can, if you look up some of the platforms and then you look up like the diving footage, they have websites where you go to that. Yeah, they've got tours where you can go and literally dive in the water and go underneath there and look at the various sea life that's been growing on them.
Yeah. You can also go fishing for shark over there too.
Which is why I will not be diving my ass out there.
Haven't you heard? Only white people get bitten by sharks.
You're damn right. Damn right. You don't hear about sharks on land. There you go. Me and Travis even talked about that.
I'm pretty sure Travis talked a lot.
He did. He was a talker. Definitely a talker. Nice guy though. Erebus, I don't know. I was able to get along with him. Then again, I also wasn't. We talked about you a little bit.
I'm sure you did.
A little bit, yeah.
I'm a thorn in his side.
Yes, you are. I said your name, and the look on his face was like, "Motherfucker, did you really?" It was fun though. I drank a beer. I don't drink, so that beer I was pretty buzzing on one beer. It was funny.
What are you, like 5'7"?
No, 5'9", asshole.
Oh, admit it, I was close.
You were close. I'm also 185. Did I look fat to you either? I can tell you right now, me and Travis are built differently.
Yeah, he's a dad. Well, he's got the typical dad body.
Yes.
He's what, 5'10", maybe, if that?
He's about an inch taller than me. I'd say about that. Give or take. He has a weird slouch. Not like a humpback, nothing like that at all. It's just that I have more muscle weight, so I look smaller, but I promise I probably weigh the same as him. I'm about 180, 185 right now. But I'm not fat. I have very good tone. I was very aggravated by what's his name? Angela, is that the one? Yeah, Angela. And over here, she's like, I thought you'd be taller and cuter. I was like, what the fuck, asshole? That was pretty dick. Yes, that's the funny part too. People, my favorite thing is people. The surprise that, even Travis said it. He texted me after I left. He's like, I was pretty surprised. I thought I was going to meet a white guy. I was like, that's what everyone thinks.
That's okay. Someone told me I sounded like a black man in Chicago, and they were surprised that I was white.
A few of you guys have heard him. The guy, the cynic that comes through every once in a while, a good buddy of mine. I met him when I was a flat earther, and he was like one of the actual first people I debated. And for the longest time, I thought he was a black dude until I started going to his live streams, and I realized that 99% of his viewers were like white nationalists and shit.
I got called weird by an 8-year-old today.
I get called weird by a 12-year-old every day.
Isn't it fun?
I want to punch him. He won't let me live. Okay. Actually, I'm not going to talk about that. I'll wait. He'll be down the road. But yeah, he's 12, and he's like, every once in a while I want to punch him in his mouth because he goes, "Dad, you used to be a flat earther," and what the fuck you said? Ask him a few questions you can't answer. I'm like, what? What does that make you?
You have no argument. Besides, you're 12.
Exactly.
And I'm your dad.
I'll choke him out.
And he knows it.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. I will say this, all in all, I was pleased with what happened because I got to see what Travis sees in these situations. And believe it, like I said, his argument makes more sense looking at what he's trying to describe. I'm not saying he's right. We live on a fucking sphere. I don't give a fuck what Travis says. But he's not. He's literally not even arguing that. Literally.
No, he's arguing for atmospheric haze.
Yep.
Yeah, but he's still claiming that the Earth's flat.
Yeah. And I even said that too. I was like, dude, I don't believe it's not fucking flat. But I get I get his argument now. Like I see, like he's literally arguing his observation that he sees with his eyes, while we are stuck arguing only what the camera sees. If he argued what the camera sees too, I think it could be different.
I would bet dollars to donuts that in reality he's arguing. It might not have been the day in which he's interacting with you, but he has set up a narrative.
Oh yeah, it can't be curvature. Oh yeah. Oh no, it can't be. Well, that was because remember what you had done with the overlays and my discussion with them. It never got negative until, oh yeah, this shows curvature. Once he wouldn't concede to that was when you decided to take it to the location or the height, whatever thing. But that's just because he wasn't being honest with what we were presenting to him. That's the narrative. It can't be against that. I get that. Because if he goes against that, he can't ask questions that he has that he sees. Again, I don't think he's arguing the observations we see on from his camera. Because the questions he has, I saw those questions. Whether they had reasonable answers or not, I at least got to see what he was questioning. That you don't see in these videos.
Yeah, but I've taken footage before and I understand.
Yeah. That's the other aspect of this. I am like Travis is an expert compared to what I know. So yeah, you know what I mean. So I'm not going to give you a perfect depiction of what's. I can't really explain to you unless I have the pictures I took to explain what I'm trying to say. What you're looking at now is horseshit, to tell you the truth.
Well, I'm not looking at footage from his iPhone. That I don't really
Yeah. But that iPhone image, like I said, we could see better with our naked eye those platforms than what you're seeing right there.
Yeah. I
don't know if there's a way around that or what would cause that or what, but yeah, I'm looking at this now. I'm like, ugh. That's not what I saw.
Yeah, it's the nature of the particular lens. The lens, the aperture size, the sensor size for the
where the light is, and
phone camera.
Yeah.
It's not meant to the same quality. Although you can see some amazing photos done with simple camera phones.
Yeah, but time of day matters a lot. This is in the evening. The sun passed over us, so you're gonna get a lot of light.
So it would have been around low tide.
Yeah. When I was there, it was low tide. I watched the tide start coming up. I left when the tide was. What we're looking at right now. How long into the stream is this? Okay, yeah. I'm about a half hour from leaving. So yeah, you can see that it's starting to get sunrise, the sunset, and the water level's way up. It's becoming high tide right now.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, when he talks about his foot, when the one live stream on his channel, when he's talking about his observation from the 1,000 steps or whatever, dancing with the ether band or whatever the fuck they called it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He made claims that it was high tide kind of stuff. In reality, I went and checked against the time period he was there because I'm smart and I downloaded the video, the actual timestamp. When he was there talking with BLMA, whatever the fuck, there's a timestamp on it, roughly. And he would have gone afterwards to take that footage that day or somewhere there. And yeah, it's low tide. It just, whenever you start making claims and you just compare them with reality and you find out that, yeah, more like 9 times out of 10, it's just bullshit.
Yeah, well, I see. I think that would mean I'd have to go up there again to see, or better yet, whatever it would. Yeah, it would. I saw excellent footage to show. It would depend on what Travis shows from today.
Oh, he might not even show it.
That would hurt
me. He has a tendency to do that. He collects all this footage.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get to see it, but he'll parse it out in certain ways.
Well, I think that's what Jose was talking about yesterday, right? Day before, maybe.
Yeah, he will select the ones to look at that are.
But see, that was one of the reasons I wanted to go up there, because now, for instance, whatever he does show from today, I know I could go, hey, that's not the best we saw. Can you bring up this? Like, bringing up the infrared imaging was probably the best part of what I saw.
Yeah, it cuts out a little bit of the haze.
Yeah, I've never looked through it before. I've never looked through P900 before, so it was all new to me. It was amazing. Like I said, I was jealous. That fucker had 3. I wanted to take one. I could have. I just didn't. I wanted to really bad, though. If anybody wants to donate a P900, I will donate it to a poor, hungry Somalian later on, or give it back later. I don't know, but I'm jealous. If I would have had the money, I'd buy a P900. Those things are pretty badass. In a amateur, this is cool sense. I can definitely see why he's not getting professional imaging, though. I
would probably invest in a camera where you can detach the lenses and put better lenses.
Okay, yeah, so those lenses on those P900s don't detach. You can't add different lenses to them.
Yeah, they did. I don't believe so.
It didn't look like it. Those things looked very rugged and very together. Like it seemed very one piece. And they all looked the same. They looked all identical. Headphone thing fell out. Let me see. I don't know if anyone said anything in the chat. Again, and all we're watching is a single view in one direction from his iPhone. It was just the best visual aspect of that I could find at the moment without uploading anything. So, but again, I enjoyed myself. It was fun. I'm glad I got to meet Travis. Let's see. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm not going to torture anyone else with these dreaded explanations of crap. I'll have my stuff definitely for tomorrow. Hopefully Travis does post those things. At the very least, I'm gonna message him. I have his number now, so I can message him and see if I can. He'll send me all the pictures he took for today. I hope. And we'll go from there. But like I said, I don't have anything right now, so I just wanted to. Yeah, it happened. Me and Travis met. We're cool now. Travis is a pretty cool dude. We drink a beer, blah blah blah. I got to make, like I said, the highlight of my day was making these observations that I've never seen. I do have questions, but I need the pictures to ask these questions. I don't want to just be ballparking picture questions out and shit like that. Be messed up, really. I saw this, so now explain it. That's kind of asshole-ish to do, without you guys actually even seeing it. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. I enjoyed myself. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna get a camera. I gotta get a camera. Like I said, anyone wants to donate a P900, throw it my way, Jose. And then, if I ever had extra money, I definitely understand now from a lot of people talking about it that I'd probably shop around and get something different. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I'm tired. I am exhausted. I got up around 9 a.m., left about 10, and I've been driving all day. Got there for 3 hours and drove right back. I'm exhausted. I'm gonna go to bed. I'll go live tomorrow with detailed stuff and talk to Travis to see what he has. Erebus, thank you, my friend. It was definitely enjoyable. You definitely helped me figure things out. Because like I said, I don't understand what I'm seeing when we look through P900s, because I don't get the opportunities to do that.
Yeah, no problem, dude.
Yeah, so yeah, look for me tomorrow. I'm probably going to be around, it'll probably be about my noon. Pacific Coast time, around that time, and by that time I'll have my stuff, and maybe you can look at that and we can get to the bottom of some of the things that I have questioned. It's not that I question so people don't go crazy. It's not that I question the shape of the earth. Okay, I don't. I know.
John's questioning his own mind.
Yes, I'm questioning what I saw in relation to what I think I should have seen, and I'm not gonna lie. I saw things that I don't think I would have thought I would have saw. I was surprised when it comes to the cameras. So I have questions, and yeah, that's natural. At least I have questions, and I'm a flat earther because at least that didn't happen.
I think the same thing every time I put my glasses on.
I keep forgetting you're blind. I remember every once in a while. I remember. I'm like, holy crap! Our best optics guy.
One of these days, I'll take a picture and then make kind of like blur it up so you can kind of see what I see without my glasses.
Yeah,
I understand why when some people are talking about optics or how they're talking about the Raleigh criteria and the other Schnell's law and all that kind of bullshit. It's like talk to someone who can, and how all of those excuses go out the window because it doesn't work. Everything suddenly things the bottom things don't disappear just because I see everything gets fuzzy because of it. Anyway, but yeah, I'd love to see the footage.
Yep. Okay. Well, yeah, I'll definitely let you know. I got your met in the DM, so I'll definitely give you a heads up too, so you can check out the photos before anyone else as well, because it's fun. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here, and I'll talk to you sometime later on today or tomorrow actually, and figure out what's going on.
Cool beans.
All right, have a good one, sir.
Well,
all right, people. Yeah, I gotta get to bed. I'm tired. I gotta work. I think I gotta work tomorrow. It depends on the rain, but regardless, I've been up all day. Um, it was a fun day. Again, Travis, cool dude. We had a really good conversation. The full conversation with okay audio, is on Travis the Plain Truths channel, from today. We just kind of just talked off camera, like we were on. The camera was on, but we were off to the side of the camera. But we talked the whole time. You can pretty much get the gist of the conversation. And yes, we both were on camera. Yes, that is me. I am black. All right, guys, I'm tired. So fucking tired. Yeah, hey, and Marty, I appreciated that comment you put. I'm actually gonna talk to Barney and take that into consideration, because I realized one of the biggest issues we have is, are we asking the right questions? How are the questions being asked? And Barney has an excellent way of explaining things to me. It does help me ask the right questions. And I noticed that it's questions that should be asked because you don't understand, rather than questions you asked that forgot you. And it does get a long way. I think a lot of people I've been getting a lot of responses that they like that a lot more. That, the questioning things, but not deep in questioning it. So I'm gonna talk to Barney and see if I can get that going on. I'm thinking I may want to do that with like Barney, Blue, yes, even George. They have a lot of really good ways of explaining all of them, if you can get them to explain it in a way. I think one of the things that Blue, George, I'd say even Rumpus are faced with, is that they feel they have to get this information out to people who don't care, but they're trying to get them to, right? So I think if I had a conversation with these people, the different people I'm talking to, and I was able to ask questions, and them answer them without feeling like they're going to have to get defensive because the flat earther is going to jump at them about a question. I think it's easier for the answer to come out, easier for the answer to be explained. So I think, from what I'm hearing, you guys may enjoy those a lot more, where, again, I'm going to ask a lot of these questions to understand it, but they're not going to be questions that are so far-fetched that the conversation gets derailed by something. They're questions that I think a lot of people that don't understand want to ask but are scared to, or if they're flat earthers, they get railed on because they don't come across as they understanding it, and they want to. It's very difficult for all this stuff to mesh. And believe it or not, I honestly think I have a good way of understanding something. It's simply, with more simplifying it more to understand it, even if you don't understand. I don't know how to explain it. You guys kind of see where I'm at. Again, I am no smart cookie, but Barney has a very good way of helping me understand things, and I feel that the way he explains it to me should help everyone else, at least get you on a plate of understanding. So I'm going to talk to Barney. I'm going to see where I can get that going. Barney and these other guys that are really trying to get things out. But yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, George, but see, here's the thing. I feel that even at Jose's, it's still there for a flat earth view to get its point across, and I think that's what frustrates you. Whereas if I'm asking you about open and closed system with the understanding that it's topic based, context based, I think my questions are going to come out to you differently without frustration, and you'll want to explain it a little bit more, right? I think, but George, if that makes sense. That's why I like having a conversation with Barney. I can ask Barney a question that a flat earther may ask, and it'll frustrate somebody. Barney knows that I'm asking from a genuine place. But that's what it is. But yeah, let me see here. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. We can talk tomorrow. I've been driving all day. I'm tired. I'm so tired. So again, I'll talk with you guys. I may be in Jose's Discord for maybe another half hour, 45 minutes while I wind down. But yeah, it's nighttime for me. But yeah, exactly, George. I think a lot of the information, I've said this many times. We've had that talk. It's the way some people understand it, and maybe it's explained visually, verbally. It does matter a lot of things. Montreal knows. Me and Montreal had a conversation earlier today, and with Chris Lale, and I kind of try to help Chris Lale with it. There are different ways both sides need to change, and it's weird, but I think I kind of figured it out. And maybe I can see where I can go with it. And I mean, like I said, George, you're a very smart man. I just think it is the flat Earth crap that that gets you on that aggravated side. Yeah, but yeah, George. But I want to understand even more. So it could help others, but if it doesn't, that's not flat Earth. Isn't my problem. I don't care about flat Earth. I care about the information I want to understand. I'm going to get out of here, guys. Thank you guys for being here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll have more information. Again, Travis, if you're out there, thanks for meeting up, man. It was a good chill meetup. Anytime, my friend. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace.